Romans 15:4. Listen to the book.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we, through patience...
Listen, nobody wants you, man. Just read that thing, man. Nobody wants you, oldest. Nobody come to see you, oldest. Folk come to see the temple. They fighting temptation. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning. Man, just read that thing. Man, read.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime...
Y'all done read that?
That we, through patience and comfort of the Scriptures, might have hope.
Whew. Galatians. There's somebody out there thinking, man, the Val Lee, I'm going to get him. He's going to be my reader. They're going to be fighting every week. See, I can sit there without killing him. Ain't that right? They met around and call him motorcycle ramp head the wrong way. That thing killed that man. What show that? She hurt? What show? She hurt? What's that? She missing? She on a crippling shut-in list. Oh, she want that attention. Where Ray at? Ray, she want that attention. Got to text her. She down. She used to be him. She was texting like she was alive. All right, listen.
Stand fast, therefore, in the liberty wherewith Mashiach hath made us free.
And?
Be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage.
What did you say?
Behold, I, Shaul, say unto you, that if you be circumcised, Mashiach shall profit you nothing.
So he's out in the hallway, but not out here. Go ahead.
For I testify again to every Ish that is circumcised, that he is a debtor to do the whole Torah. Mashiach is become of no effect unto you. Whosoever of you are Sadak by the Torah, ye are fallen from Khan. For we through the Ruach wait for the hope of Sadiq by Amunah. For in Yahushua HaMashiach neither circumcision availeth anything, nor uncircumcision, but Amunah which worketh by Ahab.
Well, let's see. It's tight. I was trying to listen to that. I was going to actually start down a little further, but listen to what he just said. Trying to guess kind of comprise, because as Christians, we heard similarities to, well, we heard it, and people can easily take things and kind of twist it around to us and kind of make up their own kind of avenue for what, doctrinal belief that they're going to take on, that they're going to try to say, subscribe to say what's a mot, what's true. What we try to do is make sure we get an understanding. And he tells us about standing fast in the liberty way, and the Mashiach has made us free and be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage. I guess I kind of think about, let me see something. Shafatim. Guess I'll start backwards. Let's see. This will be backwards. Actually, it is backwards to go from left to right, ain't it? But it makes sense then for the pathway we taking, ain't it? So we started out wrong, now we got to go right. They started out right and they went wrong. They started right, then they went left. We started out left, now we coming back right. Let's say 16, 17. Shafatim, they call it judges. I got to work with this from where it's at, from what I heard. So I can see how I process that, or how I can kind of better understand it. What's other things are written aforetime, written for our learning, we through patient comfort of the Scripture might have hope, correct? Listen to the book.
That he told her all his lob, and said unto her, There have not come a razor upon mine head, for I have been a Nazar unto Elohim from my ain womb. If I be shaven, then my strength will go from me, and I shall become weak, and be like any other Ish. And when Delilah saw that he had told her all his lob, she sent and called for the lords of the Philistines, saying, Come up this once, for he hath shewed me all his lob. Then the Sharim of the Philistines came up unto her, and brought money in their hand, and she made him to sleep upon her knees, and she called for a ish, and she caused him to shave off the 7 locks of his head, and she began to afflict him, and his strength went from him. And she said, the Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he awoke out of his sleep.
What happened?
And said, I will go out as at other times before, and shake myself. And he wist not that Yahuwah was departed from him.
That's good. It's 5:1, Galatians. Listen to the book.
5:1 of
5:1, Galatians. Listen.
Stand fast, therefore, in the liberty wherewith Mashiach hath made us free.
What would you think he was shaking himself for? Huh? Well, and what is he was trying to do? That's right. He was trying to stand fast. He was trying to be able, he knew if he break away, he could plant himself, that he could be able to defend. That's what he told us. He told us, stand fast, therefore, in the liberty, when the freedom, when the Mashiach had made us, what was it?
Free.
And?
Be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage.
The fact that he said he was going to go out and do it as he did at other times, tell me that you were free one time, that's when you should have stayed with. So you got to listen to people's statements. He said, I will go out and shake myself as I did before time. So this ain't your first time getting caught up. Or you went and got yourself entangled again with the yoke of it. See, that's what we can't afford to do. See, that time when he went to shake himself, he didn't even know that Yahuwah had left him. So to tell me to stand fast in the liberty when the Mashiach and made me free and be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage, are you telling me that I can mess around and take for granted, and before I know it, I can find myself entangled, I can't get back out? Right. Let's see what happened with the lesson. Now, hold what you got. Let's finish this a little bit more, what happened to Samson. So it'll be clear. Let's see a statement. What was that, 16, 17, 18? Where you left off at, 20? Let's see. Let's hear the statement again. So is it 19? 16, 19? Listen.
And she made him to sleep upon her knees, and she called for a ish, and she caused him to shave off the 7 locks of his head, and she began to afflict him, and his strength went from him. And she said, the Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he awoke out of his sleep and said, I will go out as at other times before.
See that? I'll go out as I've done in previous times. And what happened?
And shake myself. And he wist not that Yahuwah was departed from him.
So tell me what happened.
But the Philistines took him and put out his eyes and brought him down to Gaza.
See that? And did what?
And bound him with fetters of brass. And he did grind in the Beth.
See that? That's what we're looking at. These people going to work you. So now we start to look at what he could have done. See, when we come along now, we got a clear perception on how to walk. A lot of us have been entangled many times and come out like Samson did. We broke out of it and we got out. And I won't let happen that again. Then we go back and get ourselves again entangled into something that we got now. But what's going to be the time that we're going to get ourselves, or we go back to try to retrieve or see, can we get out again? Before you know it, you realize Yahuwah done departed from us. That's what we don't want to do. And a lot of people have done that. I mean, you even look at a man like Adam, he had to realize that Yahuwah departed from him. He realized there was a separation. Why do you think he went to clothe himself and hide himself? He realized that was a separation. And we don't need to find ourselves in one of these situations before you know it, we don't have a relationship anymore. We talked about before, our whole purpose of coming is to create a relationship. We don't want to fabricate a relationship. A lot of people have a fabricated relationship based off of other people's statement, what other people are saying. If we walk by and mind the same rules and we do the same thing, then we have the same rights to the same, if we commit or we keep the same rituals. We had the same thing with the Gentile that dwelt among us. He said they kept the same rights, same rituals, then we were to treat them just like they were our king. So we knew about grafting in before. So now the same process or the same process is what we're trying to do now. We're trying to be grafted in, okay? We find ourselves unweaving, taken away, separated, cut away from, and now we're trying to come back and reestablish. And we're trying to do what the book said, grow. What was it again? And con. So it's a difference. You can grow different ways now. We're talking about growing in con. And in what else? Nada. So we'll look at that growing in con in favor. We'll look at that as ma'im and sunlight. Because those are going to be essential to grow. Y'all know that? How much sunlight and how much Ma'im water you get going to be essential to your growth. So we come in here, that's what we're trying to do. So now you got to look at where you plant yourself at too. That's going to be real important. Even they understood that by the same place he put them. Jerusalem was so vital to them that it gave them a natural understanding. The mere fact that he put them somewhere, he showed you where I'm putting you at, it ain't man's work. Everywhere they went, they worked. They understood man's work. Where he put them at, they got to see Elohim work. How did you get water in the Mizraim and water your crops? That's right. We went out, we got it, or we ran pipes and tubes and we carried it and we forced it in. How else you gonna do it? Otherwise you won't get it. How about I give it to you? Just like you knew when to go fetch it and when to get it when you need it. And you knew because the drought was gonna come, you knew that the heat would be more increased, so you knew you were gonna saturate more. He said, I know that too. I'm the one causing to do it. So you know what I do? I give it to you at the first and I give it to you at the last. Huh? You know, he said, when it snow, I never give it to you when you try to bring in the harvest. He said, don't make sense. That's so you can understand how it works. You know what? Go see how many people harvest in snow. He says unfitting. Y'all didn't know it was unfitting for it to snow in the harvest. So you can start to look and see that certain things don't go together. So we start to look at when things happen, you knew whether it counted to Elohim or you knew to count it toward the enemies. So a lot of things that people looked at, people just accounted to Elohim. We know Elohim in control a lot of things, but you got to understand how things come and how things work. That's the problem. We done gave a lot of stuff to Jesus that go to Elohim. Hello, a lot of things that happen that should have went to Jesus. Yeah. Hello? Yeah. But that's how they do their teach you, don't teach you how to associate. So we try to learn how to create a relationship. And the way we learn how to create this relationship is through what we did. Years ago, guys would start to study people. People call a guy was a lover, Casanova. Why? Y'all remember that? People don't say that no more, do it? They call it Casanova now. Oh, you a Casanova? That means you a lover. You don't hear nobody calling about no Casanova. That nigga Casanova. That nigga casting spells. These folks don't know nothing about no damn because they don't know. They don't have anything to kind of look to. They had Iceberg Slim. They had people got out of man. Iceberg wrote the book on pimping. Nigga ain't even read it. They heard somebody else say it. Hearing that right? He got took down by a hoe. He fell in love with one hoe. So he got on this nigga guy. But it's the mere fact, I'm using for example, that people had people they kind of look to and they try to emulate because of a reputation. Well, we're trying to look at being saved, take on salvation, Yeshua. Then we got to start looking at people who was already written about. Right? Let's see what happened. Let's see the 10th chapter of the book of Abarim, 10:1. They call it Hebrews. Let's see. Try to finish up 22:1, 4:1, Romans. I'll tie all that in. This is 10:1 of the book of Abarim that they call Hebrews. Listen to the book.
For the Torah having a shadow of two things to come,
but not
the very image of the things,
could do what?
Never with those sacrifices which they offered year by year continually make the commerce thereunto perfect.
For what happened?
For then would they not have ceased to be offered.
See that? Listen.
Because
something don't make sense. So for then would they have not ceased to be offered? That makes sense in the statement? Or it should have been, basically it should have ceased. It should have stopped. If it made them perfect, it should have been no more use for it, should it?
Right.
Or then it shouldn't have ceased to be offered? I don't know. I don't think it can make sense. Because they said it couldn't make them perfect.
Right.
That's why they kept coming back. We're trying to get something that do it once and for all. Just like he said, stand fast in the liberty wherein the Mashiach can make you free and be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage. What was Samson's strength at? Obedience. In his hair. His parents obeyed. They kind of tie similarity, but let's look at where it actually happened at. It actually was counted to his hair. That's the religion. So could he obey 5:1 Galatians? Stand fast in the liberty where the Mashiach had made you free and be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage. Could he obey that? He had the hair. Hello? That came from the Torah, the law, the shadow. Hello? In the similitude, he wasn't supposed to cut his hair. He wasn't supposed to eat anything that set his teeth on. Did y'all notice he drunk anything? He couldn't have defiled himself with a dead body, something unclean. All that part of the Nazarite vow. Right. Correct? Right. That was all shadow. Right. It should have made him perfect. He should have got the first time. Once I find you tricking me one time, I got enough sense to stop fooling with you. I'm not going to keep doing this. And I don't know, of course, no 7 days. No sin. I'm not going to keep laying back. Every time I go to sleep, I just told Keith, he just told Keisha, oh, you want to take this here and do this here to me right here with a little bit of this here, and I'll be weak. I'll be like, the man. Then you wait right up, and that's what she did. You got to say, why would you want to see me like that? That's right. He got away from that one. He laid back down and tell another one, and he gets right back up, and the very thing he keep telling is what she keep doing to him. How much sense does this take? So then we can start seeing a shadow. It had an image where it reflected off from an image. I mean, it reflected off, it was a shadow, but it was not the very image. Because he said then things should have ceased. A lot of things we can cut off. So now we got to start asking ourselves, we sound and we keep committing the same practices of sin, kata. Are we following under the shadow, or are we actually getting to did we actually make it to the image? So when we start looking at what Musa would try to tell, Musa even described the righteousness of the Siddiq that was of the Torah. That a man that does these things live by him. But then he started talking about the Siddiq that was of the Mashiach. He told her that was the end, that was the conclusion for us. Getting Mashiach should have been the conclusion. A lot of things we should be able to put down. Yeah. Hello? Listen, the difference you found with Tamar when she got through with Yehuda, you didn't believe what she did. She did what now? What did she take off? That's right, that belongs to people dead works. That's what a woman wear that's still attached to something dead. She had come to Yehuda and got something live. She put that stuff off. After she went around there, you can go. She said, after that, she said, she didn't know him no more. Ain't that right? There's a lot of things you don't have to do no more. They didn't tell you how he kept creeping back over there getting it. I gotta get that thing one more time. Said after that, he didn't know her no more. He told you that she been more seductive than me. So you can see where a person can make a mistake, but where a person can break away from. So then you start to follow. Are you following because of the Siddiq, or not even because of the Siddiq? Are you following just of the shadow? Or are you following because you found the understanding to the image? That's our whole goal, what we're trying to do. Because you found he didn't go back no more after that. The old people had better, what is it all? I guess what we use for them. Using him and Abraham would be some, I guess we'll use. When. Quintessential, I think is what I want. I might have left outside quintessential. T-E-T-E-S-T. Quintessential. See, that's how I spell it. Q-U-I-N. Essential. 2 S's. What I forget one? Centim. Side by side. Hold on. Q-U-I-N-T-S-S? Essential. Okay. That's what y'all get paid for. Essential, yeah. Quintessential. Yeah, quintessential. So we're looking for some perfect or example. Tell me what the definition is. Quintessential. Go to Google.
Quintessential. Representing the most perfect or typical example of a quality or class.
That's what we're looking at for us. That's why the white people took you over everybody else they saw. That's why they took you. Now they learn from you, and now they come back and you take it back, learning your own stuff from them. That's why it ain't working from them, because you really search inside their law, but not them. So that's the same thing he found out with people that were following just for the shadow and weren't actually following to get to the image. So there was some people looking for something deeper than just the shadow. There was some people actually trying to get to the image. And that's where a lot of people, a lot of things wind up hurting us. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happens when you'll find people. That's why for a lot of people it's not a head dress, it's just a rag. There's a lot of stuff we get in, we move into the town, so it just be a rope. A lot of people, because they won't look at how essential it is for us to make sure we're following correctly. Because our whole idea is to try to get to Mr. Yahuwah. Isn't that right? And the people who are going to find out, they were quintessential. They start looking, they were perfect examples for us to follow, right? Even with the people we found that followed the wrong way, they were quintessential to us simply for the fact that you perfectly failed. Right. Isn't that right? It was. You was exactly wrong. So what people we watched when the book told us in the 10th chapter of 1 Corinthians, all these were what? Quintessential. They were perfect examples of what not to do. You know, they were perfect examples of what not to do. How people sat down and eat and to drink, rose up to play. So a lot of things we have to come along, we're trying to fix. Like I said, we don't want no fact. As Christians, you might not want to admit, we fabricate them relationship. Isn't that right? We fabricate the relationship. It couldn't have been true for the simple fact that what we were following weren't true. But you know what? He could see that we had a zeal. I don't think we lacked with knowledge. You know, that's why he could take us away from it. First gave us, we learned to love something that we didn't know and didn't even understand. But we said it didn't make no difference. They said, man, why would Jesus? It didn't matter. I loved him anyway. Grandma loved him. Granddaddy loved him. Stuff folks told don't make sense. Still, I love him. Sweetest name I know. He said, well, surely if you know what I did for you and you learn my name will be better than that one. That's right. Surely you will serve more complete and with me than you would with him. Yes, sir. Let's see. Say that Galatians 3. I don't know why. Let me see. That Galatians 3. I think that's what I want. Let me see 3:1. Listen to the book.
O foolish Galatians,
who did what?
Who hath bewitched you?
That you did what?
That ye should not obey the Amunah.
What happened?
Before whose eyes Yahushua HaMashiach hath been evidently set forth, crucified among you.
Listen.
This only would I learn of you. Received ye the Ruach by the works of the Torah?
Oh.
By the hearing of Amunah?
Yeah.
Are you so foolish, having begun in the Ruach? Are ye now made tamim by the basar?
It wasn't all you are now made perfect by the basar. That's an interesting statement. Amazingly, he came and he asked you, which makes sense. Do y'all know anybody that received and kept the Ruach from the Torah? Yehukanan? Would he have received it because of the Torah, or would he have got Amunah? Might say the Torah. Well, the only one we knew were born with it, other than Yahushua HaMashiach. He told us, Anashim, born of a Shah, he said, one none greater than Yehukanan. Say he that was least in the Malkuth Elohim. So we want to count him for getting the jet from the father of the works of the Torah. We the guy because of the Amunah. When you look at a man like his father Zakar, who was a keeper of the Mashpakan, look at his mama Al Yashaba, or one who he came down and got here, opened her wound and took away her reproach. These folks testified concerning Yahushua of things that he stated in the Torah. These people walked because of Amunah. The instruction got them going, but you had to have a belief to go along with it. That's why a lot of our people didn't make it in. I mean, there were people that came out of Mizraim. Did everybody come out because of Amunah? Some people came out because there was a chance, there was an opportunity. We already knew. We didn't just walk out. No, you got to say that the 50th chapter of the book of Barashit. Since we're down, let's see something. This might be some working with. Barashit chapter 50. See that about verse 11. Let me say this one I want. What's that? We got it. Make it 50 and 7. Barashit, they call it Genesis. Listen to the book.
And Yahusuf went up to bury his Abba, and with him went up all the Abadim of Pharaoh, and the Zakan of his house, and all the Zakan of the land of Mizraim, and all the house of Yahusuf, and his Akim, and his Abba's house. Only their little ones, and their flocks, and their herds, they left in the land of Goshen. And there went up with him both chariots and horsemen, and it was a very great company. And they came to the threshing floor of Atad, which is beyond Yarden, and there they mourned with a great and very sore lamentation. And he made a mourning for his Abba 7 yamim. And when the inhabitants of the land, the Canaanites, saw the mourning in the floor of Atad, they said, This is a grievous mourning to the Mizraim. Wherefore the Shem of it was called Abal Mizraim, which is beyond Yarden. And his Bani did unto him according as he amar them. For his Bani carried him into the land of Canaan, and buried him in the cave of the field of Machpelah, which Abraham bought with the field for a possession of the burying place of Ephron the Hittite before Mamre. And Yahusuf returned unto Mizraim, he and his Akim, and all that went up with him to bury his Abba, after he had buried his Abba. And when Yahusuf's Akim saw that their Abba was moot, they said, Yahusuf will peradventure hate us, and will certainly requite us all the Rasha which we did unto him. And they sent a Malachi unto Yahusuf, saying,
What they saying?
Thy Abba did Amar before he moot.
See
saying,
that? He already set them boys up for repentance. He did that while we yet alive. He set them up for repentance. That dad wasn't stupid. That boy ain't gonna forget it. Listen.
So shall ye say unto Yahusuf,
What is saying?
Forgive, I Palal thee now, the trespass of thy Akim, and their Kata, for they did unto thee Rasha.
And what happened?
now we Palal thee, forgive the trespass of the Abadim, of the Elohim of thy Abba.
So they recognize, though, we're gonna be your servant. That's why people don't look at it now. You have to come under subjection. No, people sit around there and repent, but they don't come under subjection.
That's right.
They just have to declare they were here Aberdeen. They just said, we be your servants. They want to forgive them for what they had done to him. You know how we do it. Been so long ago. He probably forgot all about it. His daddy knew. He told him before he died. Before he moved, he let him know to go to him at their death and make sure they go and they make it right with him. Y'all need to make it right with that man while you got opportunity. That's what you hear him do now. You better make it right with him. That man ain't gonna forget what we did to him. They came and stuck that man in the hole. I'll tell you what happened. It has significant all that there too, but that's, you won't worry about you. I'll come back and get another time, you'll see. But the whole fact there, these folks got to look at what they done to him. And they came back and they admitted that we'll be your servants. Why won't people do that for Mr. Yahuwah? Why they won't serve Yahushua HaMashiach like that? Listen.
And Yahusuf wept when they spake unto him.
Tell them why, son.
And his Akim also went and fell down before his Panim. And they said, Behold, we be thy Abadim.
Listen.
And Yahusuf said unto them,
What he told them?
Yara not, for am I in the place of Elohim.
See that? Listen.
But as for you, ye thought Rasha against me.
But what happened?
But Elohim meant it unto two.
See that? That's why we realize with Yahushua. So it makes sense that he came down and he gave himself and fashioned himself in the form of a ish. Hello? He did. He came down and told you what he did. He had to step down from that position. Hello? Y'all didn't pay attention in the 42nd chapter, 41st verse, 41st chapter of the book of Bereshit, when he set Yahusuf up. He set Yahusuf up in a position. Only until, though. It was only until. After that, he had to turn it back over to him. Now he just came down as you was in it, and that represented Yahushua being in the same place as you were represented as Yahushua was, standing in the place for Pharaoh. Now he just came back and said, am I in the place of Elohim? Which means he trying to tell you that he was a man. Hello? Couldn't hold you got 4 and 1 right quick, book of Galatians. We'll come back and finish up. Listen to the book.
Now I say that the heir, as long as he is a Yalid,
Do what?
differeth nothing from a Abad.
I don't know what they talking about. Y'all hear what he just said? He said the heir, the person that come in possession of, said he different nothing from an abad. The same men that just told him that they'll humble down and be his abad, he just said, as long as you're a child, you in the same position. So will Yahushua. He didn't differ until he came into position. Not until he come into his own. Hello?
Yes, sir.
No, they just say he didn't differ.
That's right.
There had to be something that showed them similarity. Why would Yahushua had to come up and portray him with a kiss? Because he didn't differ. He didn't differ. And you called him the son of man, that made him a child. He didn't differ. But tell him what happened.
though he be a don of all,
But is what?
under tutors,
And?
governors, until the
What
time
happened when they tried to get Yahushua to talk? Who remember what happened at first? He wouldn't answer him a word. Until who told him to say, who said something to him? Rosh Kohan spoke to him. And told him, said, I adjure you by the living Elohim that you say nothing but the Amunah. And he sat down and he gave it to him because he was on the tutors, he was on the governors. He was on the authority until the time appointed. Listen what he told you.
until the time appointed of the Abba.
Listen what happened.
Even so we, when we were beneath, were in bondage under the elements of the Arab.
He told us be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage. That means I can't sit around and just be sitting around committing no sin, Qatar.
That's right.
Do that when you're a child, when you're on the service and tutors of God. I'm not gonna need people. I've been told y'all we get the proper now we need to do. You'll break away, you'll want to be away from these people. You'll want to break away from it. It only makes sense. He just, why would you go and tell me this after you tell me this about him? You come and tell me even and we, even he said, what did he say about us? Even so we?
When we were beneath, were in bondage under the elements of the Arab.
Listen what happened.
But when the fullness of the time was come,
Tell her what he did.
Elohim sent forth his band,
Tell me how.
made of Ashah,
Made,
under the Torah,
made,
to redeem them
oh. That was,
under the Torah.
that's what I look at. Come on back over, son, to the 50th chapter. Let's see what he told you. Let's finish listen what he told you. Did the 50th chapter, what verse you have? Verse 13?
20.
Verse 20?
Yes,
50
sir.
and 20?
Yes, sir.
Listen.
But as for you,
Back me up a little bit. Verse 19.
yes, sir.
What did he tell them?
And Yahusuf said unto them, Y'all are not, for am I in the place of Elohim?
See that? He said, am I in the place of Elohim? They look at he was at one time. When Yehuda sat down and talked to him after he had made it, after he had realized what happened, they had been, hold on, what you got? Pick me up, say that the 44th chapter of the book of Barashit, 44, let me have 44 and 1 right quick. We're going to drop down. Barashit, let's see. 44 and 1, listen.
And he, Amar, the steward of his Beth, saying, Fill the Anashim sacks with food as much as they can carry, and put every each money in his sack's mouth, and put my cup, the silver cup, in the sack's mouth of the youngest, and his corn money.
Jump down about verse 20. Listen.
And we said unto my Adon, We have a Abba, an old Ish, and a Yalet of his old age, a little one.
So back me up, make it 17.
And
44, 17. Listen.
And he said, Elohim forbid that I should do so, but the Ish in whose hand the cup is found, he shall be my abad.
Listen.
And as for you, get you up in shalom unto
You hear what
your
he
Abba.
said? He said the man who got the cup said that's going to be my abad. Whoever got the cup. Listen.
Then Yehuda came near unto him and said,
What did he say?
O my Adon, let thy abad, I amar thee, speak a debar in my Adon ears.
You hear that? He said, let thy abad speak a word in thy Adon's ear. Let thy servant speak a word in thy master's ear. Listen.
And let not thine anger burn against thy abad,
Why? Who are you supposed to be?
for thou art even,
Who?
for thou art even
As who?
as Pharaoh.
He should have stopped him and said, you're an abad, I'm an abad too. Yahushua would have been lying.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was in the place of Pharaoh. Yehuda knew exactly what he said when he poured him over. He said, I'm the servant, you the master. Let the servant speak to the master. Because he was sitting in the place of him. That's when you got to learn how to recognize position. This is what I do for a living. Jump back over to the 50th chapter at verse 19. Barashit 50 and 19. You tell me what it said and I'll read, I'll fix that too. Listen to the book.
And Yahusuf said unto them,
What did he say?
Y'all are not.
Back me up a little bit, verse 18.
Yes, sir.
What happened?
And his Akim also went and fell down before his panim.
And what happened?
And they said, Behold, we be thy Abadim.
Because you know they realized we done that before. We already know who you are. You are done. We already done this.
Yeah.
I spoke to you before.
Right.
You were the ruler. I was the servant. So I already know what to do. Fall down before your feet and reconcile. We be the Abadim, the servant, and you be the Don, you be the ruler, you be the master. What happened?
And Yusuf said unto them,
What did he say?
Y'all are not,
He told them to fear not.
for am I in the place of Allah?
He said, I ain't in the place of Pharaoh no more. Not now. Shows you how he changed position. You don't understand why he did that, did it? Because he was trying to redeem somebody. So in order to do that, he had to come out from that position to come back down to your position.
That's right.
That's what he learned in the 4th chapter about the heir. So as long as he was a child, he differed nothing from a servant. That's why he looked at it. It didn't make sense for you to fall down. I'm a man just like you, just for the redeeming. Then I'll go back. All right. Well, you saw me in my position when I was as Pharaoh, but now you understand I'm a man just like you. The book told you why he was. How he sent him. He sent his men. Made what? Made under what? That's right, under tutors and governors. How long? To the time appointed. Let's finish. Listen what Yahusha said. Listen.
But as for you,
ye
thought Rasha against me.
Tell her what happened, son.
But Elohim meant it unto two.
I sure like that position I had at first, though, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I sure like that first position. Nigga walk up and say, Psst, talk to you. Let me talk to you, master. I be your boy. I sure like that first one, though, boy. Hey, you don't believe he liked it? 17 right quick and 1, book of Yehukanan. I prove he was black. Shakar. Seventeen and 1, Yehukanan. I prove out what I've been teaching. But let me say it, I prove it. Listen to the book. Yehukanan, they call it John 17 and 1. Listen, I'm trying to watch my time too. Listen.
These Dabarim spake Yahusha and lifted up his eyes to Shamayim and said,
What did he say?
Abba, the hour is come.
The time is come. You know the fullness of time. When the fullness of time, y'all know he has sent his being, made of a woman. Made. That's what it say. Listen.
Kabud thy ben.
When? Huh?
That thy ben also made kabud thee.
What happened?
As thou hast given him power over all Basar.
Yeah.
That he should give eternal Kai to as many as thou hast given him.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Kai eternal.
That they might do what?
Know thee.
The who?
The only Amat Elohim.
And?
Yahusha HaMashiach.
Whom?
Thou hast sent.
Makes sense too, because the four had to know Pharaoh, they had to know Yahusha. That was the purpose of setting them up to rule. He said, can we find such an honest? Why he ain't asked for a spirit? When Pharaoh was looking for somebody that could take care of the situation, what was he looking for? He was looking for a man. Why wasn't he looking for a spirit? He was looking for a man in who had the ruah. You see what he did? So it makes sense when I see Yahusha. I'm looking for a man that's got the ruah. Yeah. That's what Pharaoh was looking for. Yeah. Who could appoint? So now, and keep the people out from degradation, from death. Everybody had to know Pharaoh. He was the ruler. He was the ruling power. And you had to know Yahusha. That was going to be life for you. That when he turned like that was life. Because you ain't had nothing to eat, what you going to do? So who you going to need to know? You got to know Pharaoh, and you got to know his son, his Ben. Because that's who give it. Who did you have to come to get bread? The man just said, this. Now, he's telling me about life eternal. That's how they knew Kai life. So the people had a premise. Listen, so everybody who didn't know, hypothetically, this represents the whole population. I'm Yahusha. I've been given bread from Pharaoh. I say I represent a standing still of Yahusha, and I'm sent of Elohim. Now, I'm the only one know what situation you have to take or what means have to be done in order for you to live. So everybody that don't know me don't know how to live past however long man gets as a natural state of life without eating. How long can a man or woman live without eating? Not Mike lies. 7 years? That's tight. A person can typically go without eating probably, I ain't go longer than that. Water is what you can't go the longest without. Water. That's why he said any each thirst. Yeah, we know Pat. Well, 40, that's what they did. Yeah, they went 40. These niggas ain't going no 40 now. We got chemical. Nigga ain't making no 40. Nigga make 40 minutes now. But you know, typically what a person might live. Just depending on body, fat, will. The average person might get what? Can y'all look up and find me what's the average? Without food. 21. I think a person can live a little long. That's what you just looked up. They say typically 21 days. Might know somebody live 98 days. This the problem get with that stuff. That's not getting this. I don't be listening to everybody. Okay? That's the first problem he don't get. I don't be listening. Because see, it's not going to be a problem just a real standard, but those are going to be averages. Because the average person, once you go without eating so long, you start hallucinating. Hallucinating will put you a lot of time, people start moving it down. Once you put in your mind you're going to die, it won't be long out, especially if you're not getting the necessary. Got it? So let's just say practically 45 days, probably tops for the average person. I'll say probably tops for the average person. So now I have the access to bread, to food. And if you don't know me, how you after the 45 days, you done. So the people that know me who will be able to eat will live longer than you. So you know how they saw that as? Eternal life. Because they've lived past your time span. Since you didn't know me, you didn't know access or how to get access to food. They know me, they know how to get access. So now when you guys have died off, just as an example, because people here they want. I know Sheldon had that wreck. She been all over the place. So they be at home, be on that medication, and buddy heard he said we all gonna die, won't know it. But the people that don't know him or wouldn't have known him, how to access, then you wouldn't have known access. The book tells how to access the Ruach. So if you don't know him, you don't know how to access, which means there's a point where you're cut off. Everybody that knew him, and knew of it, and knew who put him in the position he was in, those are the people that had what they would understood as life eternal. Because it went on past the duration of your time. So how they understood it? So they had real true examples. If all of you guys died because you didn't know me, but this group of people did, and they live it, they look at, man, this is eternal life. Knowing you has helped me to live longer. Got it? Does it make a little plain what you're hearing? Listen what else he told you. Listen. 17th chapter. Come on. 17th chapter. You can, I'll come back to 50. Listen.
I have kabooed thee on the Aras.
What you want me to do?
I have finished the work which thou gavest me to do.
This ain't nothing but Yahushua talking. Who you think got the glory from that? That made Pharaoh look good. That you saw fit to put somebody in that the people didn't die. The Mizraim got the hell life. Mizraim knew eternal life before we did. Mizraim got to know this before we did. One of ours gave it to them. Oh, they ain't get on that. They got it from us. Listen.
And now, O Abba, kabood thou me with thine own self.
How?
With the kabood which I had with thee
when?
Before the Arat was.
See that? He wanted to get back the way he was. That's what Yahushua would have wanted to do. He wanted to get back the way he was.
That's right.
He liked that position. Isn't that right? Why he want to go back down? Huh? Why you want to go back down? Come on back to the 50th chapter. So you're trying to just get to understand when you hear stuff. You know what I'm saying? And much that we can grasp from this book that these people have fractured and mangled up so badly, we don't just want to read some of this. Interesting. I want to understand that. I understand I can do it. Now I got a better concept. Right? So what we're trying to stand fast and living and wearing the Mashiach made you and be not entangled again with yoke of bondage. I didn't know what he was talking about. I heard what he said. I could repeat what he said, but if you asked me to explain it, what did he say? That's what he meant. So now since I got some examples where I can see where a man made free, I can see the detriment of when you get yourself back in the same situation when you got out of it. Yeah. Now he said you done became a debtor. Because now a debtor got to set and serve. What you think them guys did? What you think happened to Yahushua? What you think happened to Yehuda when they came here to pull Yahushua off to the side? When they came back, you know what he said? He said, we all be your Abedin. You know how they all became his Abedin? From one man transgression. He said in the bag, who I find the cup. Right. They sat there and committed themselves. They said, no, they said, if you find a cup of money, they said, all of us will be your Abedin. He said, no, all he forbid I do so. He said, the man who I find the cup. They found the cup, they realized that was shame on. Y'all the only people you do something wrong, ain't no shame on nobody else. That's how they looked at it. They ain't say, oh, Zach got the cup. That's Zach stupid. He from California. They look at that. They say, you find a cup, man. That's the confidence they had in each other. If you find it in any one bag, all of us will be your Aberdeen. Y'all the only people here, you're to separate and divide yourself. The book told you to be those that separate themselves. Sensual. You ain't believe what you don't have. You ain't got no ruach. That's the mind they had. They had that kind of mindset where they said they didn't see things the way we saw it. If you find it with one, that's in all of us. Man, no, them guys were sure that, man, they were sure to bond for each other. Huh? That man went back to take that man and said, listen, I don't want to see your face again unless you come back with your little bro. He had to go back and see it. Father told him, said, listen, that woman I love, man, I bet she bear me too many. Said one man was torn by a wild raven and beast. I lose this one, that thing will carry me to the grave. You know what Yahushua told? Yahushua told. I stand in place. He said, let it fall on me. He said, listen, anything happen to that boy, so let it fall on me. That's how we got it. Yahudim got it. Yeah. Y'all know we mess around, something happened to that boy. Yeah. That's what he looked at. He looked at me, told him. That's why he walked them off. He said, let me talk to you for a minute. He said, man, we told you about our daddy back at home. He old man. Oh, real old. Picked up some dirt. Malcolm. He said, listen. He did pour that thing up, Malcolm. That's how you hit the ground. Dirt, you make that noise back then and pour it out. So then, when he got through, he told him and he explained to him about the two men. He said, and if this boy right here, if this one right here were to die, he said, man, he'll mess around, he'll carry that man to the grave. He didn't believe it. He said, cause the child life was tied into the sun. The sun was tied into the arbor. That's how we learned it. We didn't realize that day when the man died, the arbor died. And that took something with him. He said, took something with him.
That's right.
Huh?
That's right.
That's how we didn't understand that. He told her, he said they kind of were tied together.
That's right.
Because of the harp he had for the Ashar. He said, now, if he lose this one, he said, man, that thing will carry him to the grave. He had to explain to Yahushua. He said, man, you ain't going to believe it. He said, the arbor light tied into the bend. I don't understand that, folks. How the Father, Son, man, that's like he said it. That's how it works, mysterious. Man, these men explain this thing to us. Can't give us, they say, perfect understanding. Yes, to let us know that man died, it took something with him. Come on, Professor, tell what Yahushua did. 50th chapter of the book of Barashit, they call Genesis. You should work 21 now?
20.
Listen.
But as for you,
what happened?
He thought Rasha against me.
What happened?
But Elohim meant it.
You know what the book asked on one writer? He said, why did the heathen rage? So why did the people imagine vain things and their foolish law were darkened? You know where he got that from? He got it from Yahushua brother, his Akeem. When he told him, so I seen all this stuff. He said, we was in the field and we were minding sheaves. He said, and your sheaves all bowed down to mine.
That's right. That's right.
He said, I seen another one. He said, man, I saw the Shah, the Shamash, the sun. I saw the Yari, the moon. I see the Kukabin, they call the star. He said, they all made obvious to me.
That's right.
They said, what mean you? Me, your mother, your Akeem gonna all worship you, should call you? Brother, they said, brother, they took indignation for that thing. They said, that thing done pissed me some. And you know, he wanted to know, Yahushua was trying to find out, we didn't know. Why did they rage? Why did they imagine vain things in their foolish law?
That's right.
You know, the book said they stood up against him?
Yeah.
And against you who was anointed.
That's right. That's right.
Let's see what he said right here. They didn't realize, that's how I understand that. Because they did, they got pissed with him in their law. They said, you know what they said? He's not going to rule over us.
Yeah.
He won't shaw over us. No. They said, he ain't going to shaw over all us. You can believe what they said. Yah Shorah, that he is Yah.
Yeah.
The Shah is rule, all Elohim. He ruled just like Elohim. He going to rule over just like Elohim. They saw it. They had to stop him. And all he want to know was, why did they imagine these vain things, these foolish laws were darkened? But see, what they meant for two, it meant for Rasha. Elohim meant it for two. Listen what happened.
To bring to pass.
To bring them to pass.
As it is this you.
To do what?
Save much arm alive.
That's why he had to step down from that position from being a ruler. He could have did that if he'd have been as Pharaoh. There's no way he could have did it. So he had to come. He was born, made of a woman, made under the Torah, because he had to redeem us.
That's right.
They saw him in a position as Elohim, as Pharaoh, because they were representing, that's how you understood it. Then they saw him come as a man.
That's right.
For the redeeming of it. He said Elohim meant it for your tool. They couldn't put Elohim in no hole. You could do that to a man.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you think happened if you would have went and you to grab Samson? What Put the hell like that. What you think happened? Broke your back would have been the first start. Everything attached to your back up to your neck been broke. You know how you able to do that? He had to become an end of the man. How is you gonna do it? He had to become somebody who told you that. He said, when you gonna do it to strip me and get me down to the end of the man? So if I ain't the end of the man, I gotta be like all of you. Hello?
Yes, sir.
So what y'all be doing when y'all be sitting in my class? What y'all be thinking about? Where that place that y'all trying to go to? What's the name of it? Cause I don't see you trying to get in no Malcool when y'all ain't get. Y'all gotta get understand. Y'all talking about perfect understanding. Right. That's what Orion said. He said I had perfect understanding. Right. And the apostle didn't lack because he came and opened their understanding. Right. I know they had him have just as much understanding because they had to go and instruct all of us. So understanding gotta have some validity to it. The fact if it did just left like it was, you've been with me, you ate, you drawn me, that's enough to get you in. Why would he have to open their understanding? Why they had to receive the Ruach HaKodesh? Because you can operate and work in something and don't believe it. Ask Yehuda. You can work in something, operate and don't believe it. And you'll lack it. You'll lack something. So I'll go and work in this and make sure we get it. Come on, finish this up. Tell them what happened.
Now therefore, Yahweh ye not, I will nourish you and your little ones.
Yeah.
And he comforted them and spake kindly unto them. And Yahusuf dwelt in Mizraim, he and his Abba's house. And Yahusuf lived 110 years. And Yahusuf saw Apharim's Bani of the third Tuladath, the Banim also of Machir, the Ben of Manasseh, were brought up on Yahusuf's knees. And Yahusuf said unto his Akim, I moot, and Elohim will surely visit you.
What happened?
And bring you out of this land unto the land which he swore unto Abraham, to Yasakak, and to Jacob. And Yahusuf took an oath of the Banim of Yasharal, saying,
Do what?
Elohim will surely visit you, and ye shall carry up my bones from this hence. So Yahusuf moot, being 110 years old, and they embalmed him, and he was put in a coffin in Mizraim.
So you can see where he came and he gave them words of edification. He came and encouraged, he strengthened them. And those folks had to believe that. Pick up the third chapter book of Allah Shamut. Three and one lesson.
Now Musha kept the Adah of Jethro, his Abba-Kalah, the Kahan of Midian, and he led the Adah to
You
the
said
backside.
Kalah? Kalah is father-in-law. Law still to be in them. Kalah. It would be Kalah if we look it up in the strip, if we look it up. Kalah. Why are you looking like that?
Yes, sir.
Kalah. It won't be. It'll be L-A-H, not L-A-W.
I don't have the spelling, just the pronunciation.
So what? It got to be L-A-H and not L-A-W. He don't pay attention. So what I'm saying, you can look at something and get it, but he don't know how to grasp the concept of it. I know it couldn't be L-A-W. I know it had to be L-A-H from listening to it. So that's what we got to start getting. Got to know the sign. I know it won't be L-A-W. So it's been what? C-A-C-H-A-L-A-H. Might be hyphen. Could be C-H hyphen ka. Because the Koth already has it. Ka. Kala. It'd be C-H. C-H seemed like it was spelled C-H-A. Write it down, y'all. What y'all done? L-A-H. Could be a hyphen, I'm saying. All right, listen.
The Kahan of Midian, and he led the Adah to the backside of the desert, and came to the Har of Elohim, even to Horeb. And the Malaki of Yahuwah appeared unto him in a flame of fire out of the midst of a bush, And he looked, and behold, the bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed. And Mushah said, I will now turn aside and see this great sight, why the bush is not burnt. And when Yahuwah saw that he turned aside to see, Elohim called unto him out of the midst of the bush, and said, Mushah, Mushah. And he said, Here am I. And he said, Draw not nigh hither, put off thy shoes from off thy regal.
Why?
For the Malchum whereon thou standest is Kudash ground. Moreover, he said, I am the Elohim of thy Abba, the Elohim of Abraham, the Elohim of Yasakat, and the Elohim of Jacob. And Mushah hid his pani, for he was afraid to look upon Elohim. And Yahuwah said, I have surely seen the affliction of my arm, which are in Mizraim, and have heard their sa'ak by reason of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrow. And I am come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Mizraim.
That's what Yahushua told him. He told him that. He told him that know of a surety that Elohim was coming.
That's right.
Those people had to Amunah.
That's right.
See, that were people that went out because it was an exit. It was a way out for some people. There's some people went out because that's what he said, and that's what I know he'll do. That he'll operate just like his Debal. That's why they want to know about the names, the Shem. He cannot let them know who he was. He told them, I come down to visit these people. I cannot deliver them. I came to bring them out. That was their consolation. He comforted them with that. To know they were going to be there and sat there all over time he been there, which means he had to keep reciting this over and over to them. That these people knew this. This was in their law. It was in the laws of their Abba. This was in their hearing. That the people that he came down to visit, all the people he spoke to and told, those people were gone. The people he spoke with, he told this too. These people here, there was a whole nother people, which means they passed it down, which came down to be instruction for you, your Torah, that you're supposed to teach it to who? Your Ben. Until your Ben in. And let them teach who? Another Tuladah. And all that Tuladah was gone. That's a whole nother Tuladah on the scene. The book tells you when it start off with him that came a Pharaoh, he ain't know nothing about him. Man lived 110 years, ain't know nothing about him. That man didn't keep no pledge, no agreement they had with them. It was over with.
Yeah.
What do you have?
For father-in-law, it's K-A-L-A-H.
K-A.
That's the K-A-L-A-H is for daughter-in-law. Father-in-law is something different.
K-A. K-A. Kala. So you should have called it Kala. For daughter-in-law. Totally different. What did he say? I know it will. I can look at his face. You said Katan. 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 You said C-H-A-T-A-N.
T-H-A-N.
So it's the two letter form T-H. Katan. For father-in-law. So when you be going in there to bed doing all this right here, just stay what I give you. It'd be easy if I just carry y'all so you don't get too far out down. That's all. It slow down. I wouldn't do it if I wouldn't. I try to tell these folks, it'd be better sometimes. It'd be like folks you said, come up and take you somewhere, and they jump in front of you and take out running. But I don't know how you can go somewhere I never took you before. You know the folk follow, yeah. So from the strong. He gonna go ahead, he gonna look at it too. He gonna look up, cause sometimes even with the strong, when I get y'all to go to strong, sometimes go back and look at it in the writings, cause sometimes it might spell a little different. Sometimes they'll spell it right, sometimes it won't. Sometimes it won't be spelled correctly. I don't use them for spelling. I use them because I want to know meanings. A lot of times when I use lexicon, I use them. I won't use them for spelling. Because a lot of times, oh yeah, it's gonna be different in writing. So I already just about gonna know that. That one might be right watching them. Try to look at how they kind of do it. They use phonics though on how to, in the enunciation. I watch them, but sometimes I don't trust them on spelling a lot of time. A lot of this stuff we do with it, it's a lot of, I wouldn't say playing with it. It's a lot of things you kind of go over to kind of watch different things. Because you got to remember again, everybody playing with you.
Right.
These people that went through, unlocked the whole language, and they still call it Hebrew.
Yeah.
Just throw me. I don't know how you went through and you studied over everything you find, you can't find nowhere you unlock that what they call nobody Hebrew. But then you say it's in the Hebrew. It makes sense. You say you're dealing with linguistic languages. It don't even make sense. How did you come up? So you got to watch. Then when you watch a lot of time, when you read, and I try to tell why I try to slow y'all down. A lot of time you play with stuff when you go through to watch these people on, because sometimes they'll tell you this stuff is speculative.
Yeah.
When they went through, they did all their research, they said, well, listen, from best we can figure. So you really don't know. You're playing with Brown, Briggs, you're playing a lot of people. So when I go through and I try to get y'all look at some stuff, I try to bring, there's a lot of stuff I just want y'all to be conscious of. Don't go now and say, well, this will preach you're going to mess up something. Because I'm telling you, I had to watch people a lot more than what you trying to look for. You just looking thinking, I'm doing what preacher doing, like these folks here. I be like, preacher. These folks be saying all kind of stuff. A lot of y'all folks here, don't put my name in y'all mouth. That's the real one. A lot of y'all here, y'all be doing that stuff. I don't know where y'all get that stuff from. Y'all like, just stop it. Just stop. Y'all ain't gonna do a whole lot of stuff I do. You ain't gonna do it. Like I be trying to run through, trying to do something. Just don't do it. Know your era. Stay in your era. I heard a man say one time, Andre said, he said, when the man trying to play foot, he ain't teach it. They were talking A gap, B gap. Man said, that's your era. He said, man taught the A gap, B, he know what? He said, man taught an era. That's your, listen. Stay on in that era. Don't let that. That's why you learn how to play. He's in that era. There's that A gap. I didn't know what the folks were talking about. So that was how a lot of time y'all start doing. Like he done went him. So he had a whole shebang off. He done saw something. He done said, "Well, I'm gonna use that era well." It is. I told y'all. We got so accustomed saying Elohim. It don't say Elohim very well. It say Allah. Sometimes it just drop all. So a lot of times it doesn't, we just say, because remember when you say Elohim, you're saying plural. It can't be singular, it's plural at that point. Okay? So sometimes we get so accustomed to saying stuff, we don't realize if you go back and write, it didn't say that. So it's a lot of things we're going to adjust into. We're going to make some change. We're going to go through, we'll do it. But what I do with just using it, because a lot of stuff going to create, I just try to get you just an ideal. So we start to move into it, everybody got a better understanding of what they're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? But you start all over the place running and Hebrewing, and that thing you're going to come in with a kung fu suit on, it's going to be over with. You're going to be way ahead of us, and they're going to be somewhere you're supposed to be. And the only thing going to be wrong with what you're doing, nobody told you to do it. I'm telling you, all right. Let me say something. In the book of Kazum, it said, Barak is he, that he might have a right to what was it? The Isakai. Why Adam didn't get to eat it?
Disobedient?
All he was doing was ahead of time. He saw it before us. That same tree, he took that same ox and put it up there, and then he was something to let you eat of it. So you could be moving so fast, and you be wrong, and you be in the front. He didn't get a difference. He told him he was going to take it. He said the man eat it, he'll live. He took it out of there. A lot of stuff would make these folks up. Just leave stuff alone. Just sit down and just wait. Because you will get out there like exactly that. Y'all let me tell you. We right back to what I said, but you don't have no understanding. Y'all think I have. Let me tell you, this not just using you, but you use them. You being used. Let them use you. A lot of times y'all get to move, y'all be doing stuff. Y'all ain't trying to move no crowd. So when you moving a herd, you can't move. Listen, it's a difference when you moving a herd when you got pregnant calves among them. You can't move because you got cat. You know, even animals have enough sense to realize when they got small, they know they can't travel like they were. They can't run across no Serengeti that long. They know these cats will travel, they'll fall, we'll lose them. So you learn when you got small, you learn how to travel. You ever watch how they travel? Who's gonna be in the front? You're gonna find first. You're gonna find the wildebeest. You'll find them in the front. Then the gazelles will follow behind. Everybody, you ain't gonna find no gazelles in the front of them. Everybody small learn to follow big one. Just like, you know what, they learned that they did. Just like when your Cole brought his, you know what he did? He put the women in the back and put the kids last. He had them kids run up in front of him playing, bam! Car ain't even invented yet, though, ran them over. kid ran over by a tractor trailer killed. Ain't no news report because ain't even been invented yet. Cause you in the front. Get your behind back here. A lot of y'all would have made it. All of him fall right. A lot of y'all got killed in the crowd. Doing too much. I'm finna just run up here right quick. I see something. Tell that old white boy on sky. Lightning hit him. Bam! This is an example to the adult. Nigga been dragging so far back that you had to pull a rubber and drag them. They be like, nah, I'll never get in front again. They be like, listen, nigga be like, listen, if you turn around and walk the other way, I'll be behind you. That's how scared they'll be. But all that would have get y'all from them though. To teach them everything had to be, listen, we told Musha, he told them, see that you do all things after the pattern I showed you in the mount. There's a lot of stuff we can do, but if you get people doing stuff and you ain't got the people with the understanding following, you're going to mess everybody up. You just have a bunch of folks doing stuff, they're going to throw it away, let it be in the trash. Take y'all time. Stop trying to run ahead. You ain't trying to lead. Y'all ain't lead. Let me tell you, good leaders are good followers. That's your bottom line. You got to be a good father, be a good leader. You ain't going to do no good like that. You can't do it. I'm trying to tell you, even Yahusha, he came out, y'all know he had to be a good follower? Yes, sir. The book taught he was on the tutors, on the governor, to the time. All these folks been on the tutors and governors. These folks followed the reputation you read about Abraham come out from his Abba house. These folks were followers before they were leaders. I try to get y'all to that point where like, y'all be trying to do too much. Y'all can outspell me and bend the car. You got more debt than I'm going to get. Come Scott, I can ride in all my debt. All my debt I can ride in, to see it, to live in it. You can't do nothing with that stuff you got. It don't even impress me. The best you got is Wesley. It don't impress me. So last time y'all just slow down and just start focusing on making sure y'all follow. Bigger thing you want to get with Samuel kill a lot of folks is following. You always had people with ambition. Us all were ambitious. Man was inventor, everything. You know right? Man was down when we had when the great earthquake came. And it was in his He started going in that temple though. Same thing we gonna get to do though. But now you finna get ready to do something before him. Why? He should have got a reward for that. He went to go in and offer and if they try to tell me it wasn't even Torah. How you gonna get to do it? So really, he can say, Chris, I saw that a long time ago. I've been trying to do it. You don't get yourself killed. A lot of y'all here gonna get yourself killed for getting in the front. Y'all don't realize last time y'all do. If folk done did, the book done taught these folk with example. That we should afterwards we shouldn't follow that way. Last time you learn, you stay in your place away, everything will work out. When you start moving in front of stuff, it gonna hurt you. Nobody never go find when you find all them folks with innovators. We come back learning different things that did. It killed them out and then come along, it's a way for us. I'm telling you, because you don't think at one time. The man told and they're knowing the time. Said some folks slept on it. Some folks done slept too long. He told now what time to wake up. I've been up, gone. That's your problem. I told him, he said, isn't that right? A lot of times you got to know when. Last time y'all do, you can know a whole about this. Boss said, go read, boss don't never come. He just, come from me. You mean you walk, you preaching. You want, ain't the right word. Come on, you do. Like the white jet did it. I was trying to preach, but he had that thing on the screen. He had a car like this. But I'm just saying, what I try to get y'all to do, if we just move, this is what we working our way by. Everybody beneficial. Just everybody just kind of learning your time how we gotta get, because you're trying to move a whole fold, and you'll start. What how people start thinking? Let me jump out and try to help. You ain't gonna help them. You are gonna make a mess. Then we'll spend more time. He reading though when he did that. So still slow down. But see, study detrimental. Cause y'all remember still had to clear behind Leroy and other people. We still go ahead and clear, and you'll throw something if it ain't right. Now we done throw it in our vocabulary. We doing things we right. That thing ain't known. Now we all off center. We already trying to clear up a lot of stuff now. You can be honest, but ignorant. You're ignorant, but you're honest. Now, we got to ask that mom and dad. Where's mom and dad at? Because you know, a lot of this stuff start out. Y'all can say what you want. A lot of this stuff starting at home. If a kid come to your house and just come immediately in your house and stamp on your coffee table, you ain't going to say, this kid do that at home. You know what I'm saying? You got to say, this kid doing it at home. Kid walk in the refrigerator, just piss in the refrigerator. On the refrigerator, just we went in the refrigerator. That ain't first time that kid done pissed that refrigerator. When a kid get them start using the wrong words, check the home. See what's going on in the home while the kid coming up with these wrong words. How many of y'all with me? It probably check the home. Probably let defense investigate them. Investigate the parents. Now, but you know what I'm saying? Y'all just, when I said to everybody, I don't tell y'all nothing. I kill little stuff in y'all, because I never forgot that little thing to get them. But not everyone y'all tell, I want us all to be perfect together. I want to be Tommy. I want us to be together. Y'all hear me? Mind the same thing, walk by the same rule. It don't make sense. One or two are making it, and not all of us making it. Especially if we all going the same place. We getting the point. We don't gather men killing others. We gather, we gain when all of us learn together, grow together, all of us understand together. So many times, these folk be sitting at home, they listen, they'll hear a whole different message. They get through, they'll tell them, you said, no, I didn't say that. You know what I talk. I got a live stream, get to jumping and blue at the same time. And I don't know if you're on another site too and doing something on your phone at the same time. It'd be a whole nother man. It's critical for us to understand this though. And I'm trying my best with the little we got 2 weeks, because we're going to transform over. There's some things we're going to transform from and into. But we got to get the basics. Get the basics for what we're doing first. Well, y'all try to get complex and try to get deep and get out here. I don't say y'all don't come here wearing some sandal with a staff. I'm just wearing I know, I already know some probably. Oh, yeah. When they come here with that jail stick and sit down, he said nigga stick, they high now. There's a big stick coming. I already know what it's going to be. It's going to be what? They don't come. It's coming. So we trying to, every nigga go to stab. Nigga stab can't get in the door. Nigga got to let that thing like that. Woo! Bust the lights out in the top, sticking out. I already know it's coming. Somebody ain't going to stop. They'll have their own name wrote on it. I already just slow down. I want y'all to do that. Listen. We'll move as he give it to her. I want to make sure all of us get the same. Just slow down for y'all coming with them sandals on, and then go beat your shoes all up, beat your feet all up on the rock, so you can look real serious and spiritual. Slow down. Slow down. Okay, that's all I want y'all to do. Don't get too fast out there. Come on. Woo! But I guess what I was trying to get y'all to look at, and I didn't want to hold y'all all night. We probably fit this up most how willing we see. But what I wanted y'all to understand was, when these people left out, they didn't just leave out on a whim. We're dealing with shadow versus people actually having Amunah. These people having an understanding. These people having Amunah. These folks had something to believe in. They started working. They had, the stories were told. They were passed down. These writings it were passed down. So now you start really dealing with, when you get to here, we start dealing with literally more oral before you get here, oral Torah. Because the Barashit wouldn't have been written for what we've known. And we'll count that the Mushar, no way. So all their history would have been oral. Y'all got it? A lot of things were told down, but they were told down enough that people knew if you wrote it, I know whether or not the story would go that way.
That's right.
The fact he came down and identified who he was, he can't identify who he correlated to. And he knew, Mushar even knew, I just got with these people, and they're going to want to know what's your shim. You know, so we start looking at these things because we're trying to grasp some or create a relationship that they had with him. Well, Elohim will be with you. He was with them. By Yom, by Layla. We've been trying to, can you imagine that? And it was literal for them. That in the daytime, yeah, you got clouds, but there's one dark cloud that's significant. That stands out of all, and at night there was a fiery pillar of fire. So we can see him continually being with. That's him continually being with them. Continually saying, if you don't go, if it's a place that you won't go to, I don't want to, don't take me there. That's what Mushar told him. He said, if you don't go with her, he said, don't even let her go. That's the mindset. That's the kind of people he's looking for. If you don't go there, I don't want to go. Don't take me where you won't go. Take me where you'll go. So when Yahushua told them, let not the law be troubled. You believe also in Elohim, believe also in me, and my Abba with many mansions, if not so I told you. I go to prepare a place for you, and if I go to receive you under my scepter where I am, that's what they were looking for. Take me where you'll go. Ain't that right? That's the only way I'm gonna go to move. If he don't want to, you ain't gonna go. Don't let me go. I'll let Mushar, don't let me go if you don't go. It ain't where you'll go, don't let me go. But so now I have to understand it as a passageway. Hello, as a passageway in order to get the way I gotta go. Sometimes people set place up and make it look a certain eerie type way to keep people away from it. Y'all have seen places like that? You get inside, they don't look like on the inside, but I use that to keep other people from it. People are trying to do stuff to try to keep living and not die. But for those of that are Amunah and had the Amunah, we understand that's just a passageway for me to get where I'm going. Because Yahushua even told, he said, yea, do I walk through the valley of the shadow of Moot. He said, why? Thou with me. That rod and that staff, they comfort me. And that's what those people looking for. That's what Yahushua did to them. He comforted those people. Those people had fear. They knew what went with that. Ain't no just you going to be him. He had to tell them the same story that Abraham was told. No, for sure that your people going to be in a land that's not theirs. And their fourth generation. And they were going to serve some people. They were going to shakar some people down. So these people knew that. They knew it wasn't coming with no, oh, that's great. He going to bring us out. No, you're going to suffer before he bring you out. But that's the passageway for you to get to where you're going. So they understood that. See, the problem we got with us, when something comes up or something arrives to us, guess what the first thing we do? Think, quit, complain. That's why a lot of people cut them off, because he realized they didn't Amun. That's why he got rid of them people. In Yeshayahu, he said they were beneath in whom there was no Amunah. It didn't make sense to bring them out. You don't have it. You're not the people I'm looking for. If we'd have went to the 9th chapter book of Romans, you'd have realized that Shaul would have told you. He said the beneath that was of the flesh, these. Then you understand why they died out, why he cut them off. He said he was not the beneath of Abraham. Abraham was denoted for the fact that he's a heart for Yahuwah. That's what he said. The Malachi told, I know it's sure that you are of him, that you won't keep nothing back from him. But when you look at us, y'all will keep back, you lie, you swindle, you steal, you cheat, you falsify. Y'all do some damaging stuff, but it's going to come back and hurt you before it hurt me. The rest of us in here doing what we're supposed to and watching, and people that mind to do it, you doing what we're supposed to do because he done ordered us to do it. Y'all play around with stuff, they're going to come back and going to hurt you later. We got opportunity not to be people just shadow followers or shadow boxers. We're trying to get to the image. That's the only reason I'm following. I'm only going this way because I'm trying to get to the image. See, this is going to prove whether or not I'm following right. If I don't get to him and see him at the end, then I hadn't even followed it right. People that saying they following the Torah, if you don't make it to sin, you didn't even follow right. Hello? So we come back in here and we try to go back over the map again. Sometimes you've been going, you say, hold on, stop for a minute, look at this thing. Sometimes map, you don't do that, and sometimes it don't look right. And you got to look at it again, look, okay, you say, you know what? This is the right way. Look, you ever did that before you took it? Me and my wife out there, we would take it. I said, that thing wrong. Good. We went, it was the right. I said, oh, goodness, good thing we did. It's the right way. Because you know that show, that's the same thing that'll work with Yahuwah. Sometimes you'll get to going and you'll lean your own understanding. And before you know it, something else, he told you, there's a way. You know why he looked at it? Because people broke off from him. People started trying to lead themselves, self-study. I told y'all, folks, y'all want to study something, study what I taught. I got hours of teaching. Hours. Go back, I got hours of teaching. You get that right, you do good. You go with something you study, you going, it ain't going to get you nowhere. It ain't going to make sense because you didn't follow. First thing I learned, that when the man was trying to tell, he was trying to set an ish over that can lead him. He wasn't trying to get, I don't need y'all to lead me nowhere. He want me, he got to set an ish over a dog that can lead him. Now y'all do stuff, it be self-glory. Y'all don't do stuff with nobody. Y'all do stuff yourself. How y'all do little stuff, y'all do little work here and everything. Man, we got so much work got to be done for these folk here. Put your money in, put your time in with these folks do this. Y'all ain't gonna do that. Y'all do something, 5 out, shoot out the door, 20 out the door, do something, pump a tire, throw an alternator belt on. That's it, man. There ain't no salvation here. I need y'all to get him salvation, follow, obey what I'm teaching, communicate with them that teaching the ball. That's obedience. That's what's gonna get you. A lot of folks don't know what gonna say. Hell, man, you ain't got to talk to them all the time. You're right. I know one wrote it too. And that's going to keep you out. God, let him that's taught. That don't thing keep you from making it in. That's a big thing too. That's good. That's too. Wonderful.